Cancer, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. So, sorry for the breathlessness, but that happens when you have allergies. So, here we go. I'm using the Fountain Tarot. I'm going to start with the Fountain Tarot because it just takes forever to answer questions. So we're just going to do this this deck at the first. We're going to use something else to clarify. I will let you know which decks I use as I use them. So welcome if you are brand new. Thank you for coming here. You have reached Elsie at 10 of Cups Tarot and the 28,000 of us who really enjoy talking with each other, comparing notes, you know, just being a community. So we're all a very high vibing community. So if you are planning on being a subscriber here, you won't be disappointed because the people are really wonderful. And if you are someone who is always here, coming back, always watching for readings, I appreciate you because you're holding the door open for the people who are new. So thank you so much for helping me build this community, just a community of love and kindness. That's really all I'm looking for. So if you are interested in liking, subscribing, and sharing, you'll see the buttons down below. There's a subscription button. To the right of that, there's a bell button. If you hit that bell button, I will contact you when I upload rather than you trying to keep track of me. I do try and stick to the schedule that is below. Sometimes I'm not great at it, but the decks that I use here, I will talk about those. And the deck that I'm using right now is the Fountain Tarot. You will find that down below in my Amazon link, amazon.ca. If you are interested in buying a deck from there, I will get 10% of the sale. So just being full disclosure with that. If you're not, if that's something that makes you feel bad, then you just buy them from wherever you want. I just want to have you to have the deck that you want. All right. So, this is a general read, and if you're unsure of what a general read is, please look below. So the deal about a general read is, you know, if you look at how many people are here, it's almost 30,000 people. There's no freaking possible way, no possible way that I can read for everybody, and it's not always going to be your reading. And if it is, I don't really need to know that. But if it is your reading, I'd really like to see how it resonates. You know, we try and be on a high vibe here, guys, so we don't want to be complaining. You know, we really don't want, you know, sometimes we're in a bad mood, but we really don't want the complaining part of you. If you can happen to bring your high level self here, that is the person that we're looking for. So let's go ahead and, I was going to say, if you also want to know what your sun, moon, and rising is, if this reading, Cancer reading, does not resonate with you, your moon or your rising sign may work for you better. So sometimes my rising sign is far more accurate than my sun sign. It really depends on the placements of the planets, right? So you can go ahead and go to up at my banner. You'll see the About link. Click on the About link. Go right down to the bottom. You'll see sun, moon, and rising, and plunk in your info. There you go. It's as easy as that. Okay. So I'm looking for the most important information of the highest good for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And I'm going to ask for Archangel Michael for help and guidance, Archangel Chamuel for help with understanding. I'm also going to ask my angels and guides for help with signs and symbols. I do need your help to see and hear things as I do this reading. Thank you so much. All right. Here we go. I just got to cut these cards so I don't get scolded to do so. There we go. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead, moving into December, guys. How did that even happen? This year went by like holy smokes. Okay, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We're just going to throw the first one. We'll just throw that anywhere. Hang on. Here we go. All right, and what are we starting out with? We're starting out with the Ten of Wands. So someone who wants to put down the burdens they've collected throughout the year. You know, these are things that actions people have taken against you. It might even be a grudge that you're holding. And I think that you're just willing to put those grudges down. I think that you're willing to go ahead and put those 10 wands down. Just be done with all the negative information, negative impact it's had on your life. All right. Keep moving here. Ooh, look at that. And then we have the World. I think, Cancer, you are looking at closing a chapter here and closing an energetic cycle, closing a chapter here. I feel like you're putting down that Ten of Wands for a reason. I think it's in preparation of closing a cycle here. We do have the Five of Swords. There's been arguing, fighting, maybe within a relationship, maybe within a family or a friendship. What else do we have here, please? What else do we have for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I think these are hard feelings too. Not necessarily, if it's not arguing and fighting, this Five of Swords, it's really hard feelings. It's you trying to teeter on the precipice of not really losing your crap on someone. I think you've been kind of keeping it inside. You really just want to be the last one standing. You want to win at any cost. Then we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups tells me that that is probably someone who's coming in to say sorry. I think that's an apology. That could also be the beginning of love, though. It could be you thinking about how you're going to love differently from here, because what you've been doing in the past has just not been working. So I think that you are going to be moving forward. King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're smart. I feel like you have words, that you use your words really well. I feel like people listen when you use your words because you don't often speak out. So I think you're a watcher more than a speaker. And I think that you're quietly putting down these 10 wands to close a chapter. And I feel like the person you're closing a chapter on doesn't really know that you're doing this. Doesn't really know that you're closing the chapter on them. What do we have at the bottom here? We have the Hanged Man. You've been thinking about this for a while. And I think that when it does come down to it and that person asks you where you've been, what you've been doing, I think you're just going to kind of give it to them. I think you're going to give it to them straight. I don't think there's going to be yelling, screaming, gnashing of teeth. I think there's just going to be some really harsh, honest truth. I think that's what it's going to be. What are we going to clarify with? We will clarify with this here deck. What's it called again? It is called the Wisdom Seekers Tarot. There we go. All right. Let's take a look here. Wisdom Seekers Tarot. We do have to cut. Okay, I just heard that these really aren't shuffled enough. They aren't shuffled really well, so give me a moment here. Told two more. One and two. Okay, so we're starting with the Ten of Wands. Clarify the Ten of Wands here for you. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. And we have the Hierophant. I think you're dropping burdens that have been created through a relationship or a friendship, someone that you've had connection with that may be a Taurus. And I think that you're willing to put down the burdens that you have created. I don't know if they're burdens you've created for yourself, though. I think being part of this friendship, relationship, partnership, whatever it is, the information that you are getting from the Hierophant, I feel like you've decided that you've lost. That you have not, that you had the opportunity to win, but you gave that opportunity up. And now it's time for you to put down the burdens, because the Three of Pentacles is here. I think it's a partnership we're looking at. So when I see the Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles, I feel like it could have been a business partnership. It could have been a friendship that didn't quite go anywhere, didn't turn into love, didn't turn really into anything serious. I feel like, I feel like you are the one that's ending the chapter here, because you're tired of trying to pursue a partnership with this Taurus or whatever's going on with the Hierophant here. It could also be that you're tired of trying to pursue a position in a large corporation, and that you're just putting down the burdens from that. They keep trying to get the job and it's just not yours. So you're just going to change the trajectory of your energy here by closing a chapter. The World card is clarified by Temperance. So once you do close this chapter, I feel like you are far more calm than you used to be. Then we have the Prince the Princess of Pentacles, and she is the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like you go off to start something new, and going off to start something new does finally bring you back into balance. I think you spent a lot of time on whatever that relationship was, hoping and wishing it would come to fruition. But I don't think that you really wanted it to come to fruition, to be honest. I think that you were hoping that that person would come toward you and tell you how wonderful you were and how great you were, and they couldn't live without you, but it didn't happen that way. I feel like that you've decided that you're just going to carry on brand new, be balanced, and close the chapter with this other person, because it just didn't happen. Five of Swords. What kind of arguments are we having here? Five of Swords clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So if there is arguments going on here, if you are someone who is, you know, having sharp words, harsh words with this person, and this person just does whatever they can to be the last person standing, I feel like you're keeping that to the chest. I feel some embarrassment of maybe not being able to hold your ground, or not wanting to hold your ground. Yeah, I feel a little bit of embarrassment here. And then we have the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is here saying, yeah, you're thinking about that, trying to see it from a different perspective. Was it their fault? Was it your fault? Was it anybody's fault? Did it just fall off the shelf? Maybe no one paid attention to it and it just kind of went away. And that's what it was. He didn't really, what's the word I'm looking for? Angels, guides, what am I looking for? It isn't really something that you nurtured. That's the word I'm looking for. It isn't something that you nurtured. You just thought it would come to fruition because, well, maybe you're great. But you just thought maybe the person that you were trying to pursue, maybe not pursue. I kind of feel like it's sort of a pursuit, but not really. I feel like that you thought that you had enough sex appeal, loving, passion, that you had enough that they would just come running, and they didn't. And when they didn't, you were kind of shocked. But I think that maybe you oversold yourself to yourself. Does that make sense? I think you're being a little bit cocky, to be honest. I think the universe said, really? You got a lot to learn. And I think that you have a lot to learn about being creative, about the way that you approach someone, about maybe looking at things from a different point of view, trying to figure things out before you just, you know, run off ahead in your chariot and decide that you're going to have success. I feel like the Empress is here saying you need to be a little more creative about relationships. If that's what you're going to do, is cultivate a relationship, that you're going to need to be a little more creative about that. And you're going to have to check in with Spirit, because that's not something you can do on your own. If you do it on your own and you make the wrong decision, that is going to be your karma. And that's just the way it is. The Page of Cups here tells me that there could be someone here, maybe you're offering someone an apology, or maybe that you want them to offer an apology. We have the Eight of Swords here, which tells me that you're stuck in this stagnant energy of not really giving them an apology. They're not really giving you an apology. And that brings us to the Moon energy. And the Moon energy is about not really knowing what's in the future, right? Not really being able to see it, not really being able to make a good decision because you're unsure about what is in the future. Do you really want to move forward? This is the card of Pisces and Cancer, so this is your card as well. King of Swords, what is going to be said here? I think that you're finally going to take control of the situation. That's the Emperor. You're going to take control of the situation and decide that you're going to close this chapter here. Nine of Pentacles tells me that you just really like being single. You don't mind being single, and single is okay, because the other option is, you know, the Five of Swords, the arguments, the, you know, having to close a chapter and not feeling maybe as needed or wanted as you wish you could feel by this other person. Queen of Pentacles is here, which tells me that the person that you might have been pursuing or hoped would pursue you could be someone who is an earth sign. So they could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Nonetheless, they are someone who is very creative, likes to help others, very charitable, and someone who is financially stable. So I think that you are going to close the chapter on that relationship and keep on moving in the single life. I think you really enjoy the single life, and that's okay too. Some people just enjoy a single life. Okay, so we are using the, what are these called? Marchetti Tarot, what are they called? Tarot Grand Lux. Looking down the box here. Tarot Grand Lux. Okay, so Cancer, let's take another look here. Let's go through and clarify just a little bit more. Cut these. Okay, so we have the 10 of Swords. Oh, we have the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands clarified by the Hierophant and the 3 of Pentacles. So why is the Hierophant and the 3 of Pentacles here, please? Hierophant and the 3 of Pentacles. Clarify? Or I could just throw it over there. Just put that anywhere. Hang on. Look at that. So we have the 3 of Pentacles here and the Hierophant, and it is clarified by the Ace of Cups. I think that you're in love with this person. I think that it happened too late, though. I think that you are in love with this person. I think that you probably should have told them sooner, because I feel like they went off with someone else. So that's probably why you're closing the chapter. So the World is here, and it's clarified by the Princess of Pentacles, a brand new start, right? Princess is also the page in this Wisdom Seekers Tarot. And the Temperance is here as well. So after having a new start here, I think it just makes you feel better in your life. I think that you're just one of those people who enjoys being single. So Princess of Pentacles and Temperance. Clarify, please. Princess of Pentacles and Temperance. We have the Hermit. So you've been thinking quite a long time about whether or not you're going to close the chapter on this person. This person who could be an earth sign, who could be Taurus. I do see Cups here. I see Pentacles here. I don't see any swords, to be honest. No conversation. No, hey, I'm going to close the chapter on you. You're not telling anybody what you're doing here. I feel like you're just going to go ahead and go into hermit mode. You're not going to answer any texts from this person anymore. And you're just going to keep moving. Yeah, it's the end of this relationship here. I feel like it's the end of who you were, too. I think that you were starting to be a little more... what is the word? You were starting to be a little more trusting of this person, because Cancer, I don't think you're very trusting. I don't think you put your full trust in anyone, but I think that you had started to transform. I think you started to transform with how you were sharing with this person. But I think you were too late about this whole relationship thing, if that's what you wanted. Okay, so we have the Empress and the Hanged Man. Clarify, please. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like you then, after you close the chapter, I feel like you just carry on, and maybe you just try and find someone to date. That you're not interested in being married or being tied down, but it's just time for you to find another companion, a +1, someone who can hang out with you. Not really someone that you have to commit with or commit to. So the Moon energy and the 8 of Swords is clarified on the Page of Cups. Moon energy and the 8 of Swords. Clarify. Moon energy, 8 of Swords. Moon energy and 8 of Swords is making perfect sense to me, because you don't know what's in the future, and it kind of makes you in a stagnant energy, not really wanting to move, you know, making conversation or connection with anyone because you've just been hurt. And I get it. So the Moon and... oh, why can't I remember that 8 of Swords? The Moon and the 8 of Swords. Then we have the Knight of Wands. You want to find someone that you're passionate about. You're going to think this thing through better than you thought the last one through. I think you're going to try and look at things from all points of view. I feel like you have made a decision that it's time for you to move on and move forward. That we do have the 2 of Pentacles. That this ending of the chapter is helping you get your balance. And the 5 of Wands here, it's sort of internal for you. It's an internal struggle about love. I feel like you really want to have someone to call your own, but you don't want to have the burdens of a relationship. Some people do think they're burdens. You know, you have to cooperate with that person. You really have to come to an agreement with that person. It's not all about you making the decisions. It's about really sharing those decisions with someone else. And I don't think you're into that, Cancer. I think you just want to do your own thing and have someone come around once in a while. Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. So taking charge, right? Taking charge, being single, being financially stable. What else do we have here? Clarify, please. Clarify, please. There we go. And we have, yeah, the Page of Coins. So I really think, Cancer, that you're just going off to find somebody new, someone that would be someone who you can go out with, go to a movie with, maybe go to dinner, maybe coffee, but not really have to have a relationship with that person. You want them to live in their own place. You'll live in your own place. You'll make separate decisions. You won't be doing anything that is together, really not making decisions together. I feel like that's sort of the best place for you in this life, is maybe just dating and finding, someone who's familiar with you, or someone that you want to be familiar with, and someone who will just hang out, right? Be your friend, be your lover, could be. All right. So we have what is it called? The Divine Energy Oracle. We're going to ask for advice here for Cancer. And we've got 3 that stuck out here. So yeah, this is your wake-up call, I think, that you really don't belong in a relationship, or you really don't want a relationship. I think that you just want someone that you can have at your side when you want them there. Nurture yourself first. It's all about taking care of you. And if your attention is on someone else, your attention certainly is not on you. And then we have refine your attention. So refining your attention is, again, going into the Hangman energy and figuring out what it is that you want to do with your life. Who do you want to be with? Do you want to be with anyone? Do you want to just have a relationship with someone that is at a distance, and then you guys come together for a bit and then you're at a distance? I think from here you get to decide what you want to do, but I think the wake-up call is, I don't think you want a relationship. I don't think you want to have to depend on anyone or have anyone depend on you. I think you just want to have, kindness and friendship, and maybe a little bit of loving here and there, maybe some cuddling and watching TV, and that it's just not for you. And that's okay too. And anybody who judges you is wrong, because whatever you think is best for you is what is best for you. It's not necessarily best for everybody else, right? All right. So you guys, I'm getting really booked up for Christmas. So if you are planning on getting a reading in before Christmas or in January, you guys need to book soon. So if you have any questions about what prices are like, or if you want to email me and find out what my availability is and how many spots that I've left, they're dwindling. Really, I got 5 bookings today. So the spots are really dwindling quickly if you do want a reading. I am going to go for now. I will see you next week, Cancer. Thank you very much for coming here, for clicking here. I appreciate you. I'm out. Bye-bye.